Okay, chat, I was originally gonna do this as a scripted, narrated effort video, but I've decided to instead do it on streams. Instead, hear you arguing with every single take I have. That's the pinnacle of this channel. Today, we are going to be tier listing every single anime game I have ever laid my fingers, my little handsies on. I think there are, wait, let me count them.
A few moments later.
There are 36 games on this list. Apparently, I played 36 technically anime games. There's a couple of outliers on here. Let me introduce the tiers. We have peak anime gaming at the top. Great, okay, not good. And then virus at the bottom. Chat, is virus too mean or no? Do we disagree with any of the names in this tier list? Did you add Pokemon? Wait, that's true. I don't know, bro. Like, I've played like every Pokemon game. Pokemon by itself is just S tier. It doesn't matter what all the games have like ranged from and to. Garbage? Make it lethal? Pokemon is anime? I know it is. Just put it in an S. It doesn't matter. Put Big Mom as the highest tier. Stop using her name. She's not your prop. All right, let's get it. Which game would you guys like to start with? Notice Jonesy, this is Fortnite. I was convinced before the video started, prior to the video, to add Fortnite since they've done anime collabs. I don't know why. Berserk. Oh my gosh, bro. Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. If you're a frequent at the live streams, you would have seen me stream this game. Absolutely terrible game. And by terrible, I mean I played on the hardest difficulty and have never made it past level 1 out of the literal several times I have played it. The thing is, it's a hack and slash mob game where there's a billion enemies, and while there's like creative liberties like map changes and stuff, I'm just usually not the biggest fan of that style of game. I'm gonna put it in not good. We're gonna start off in not good. We're starting hot, baby. You're just bad at the game. Skill issue, skill issue. Okay, this isn't a list about games I'm good at. It's the ones I like. Okay, next up, let's do another hack and slash. Pirate Warriors 1. Now you guys are gonna call me biased because I like One Piece, but Pirate Warriors was actually the same people that made Berserk and the Band of Hawk, to my knowledge. I liked the way boss battles were done in Pirate Warriors. The level clears could have used a lot of work. Pirate Warriors 1 is okay. It is not good enough to be in the great category. Grand Adventure. I did a playthrough of this game, the entire game on the channel. One Piece Grand Adventure is a chibi One Piece game. It was adorable. It stayed fresh. It's going in great. It's not peak anime gaming. I think if they made one today, it would be peak. But for the time, bro, they had so much. They had like Karu duck races. Like they had everything, man. Great anime game. Great. Okay, so you guys notice I included Bleach Brave Souls. I just got here. Can I see the booty pillow? Don't call it that. It's a body pillow. And she means something to me. Here, I'll take the donut off of her so you can see the honkas. I gotta get a job. Yeah, I included Bleach Brave Souls. Oh my gosh, wait, is this a clip? Yeah, look at this. Straight gas. And I still won. Great game. I gotta replay that game or something. The game was so fun. Bleach Brave Souls is a mobile Bleach game. I included some games on here that I've literally played for like an hour. It is literally better than Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. Dragon Ball Z for the Kinect. It is a dang shame that I never made a video on this game. I still need to. I streamed this game and it was a good time, although the Kinect was a bit spotty. Cue the clip where I tried to Kamehameha. Oh my god, Lay, you're the GOAT.
I am game.
Classic. Just a classic.
That's what it's on.
See, I feel like it would have been better if it worked a little bit better. You know what I mean? But that might have been user error too. Dragon Ball Z for the Kinect, in my experience, was good. I'm also going to do the tiers in order. I'm going to put it right below Pirate Warriors. So the tiers are in order, chat. Black Ops 3 Zombies Dragon Ball map. You wanted me to include that? I can't. It's never good enough. Let's do our very first virus. And I knew this going into this video. Chat, out of all these games, what do you think I'm about to put right there? If you know me, you know what I'm talking about. One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, is an absolute travesty of an anime game. It has probably some of the worst fighting combat out of any game I've ever touched. I hated the way it played. It sucks because it was a One Punch Man like open world console game. You got to customize your character and everything. It was so cool. The concept was so cool. One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, is a disaster, and I'm still so sad about it. Battle Stadium Dawn. I made one video about this game. If they released this game in the year 2024, it would be the biggest game on the planet. If they did like Jump Force or like J-Stars, but they did Battle Stadium Dawn in the modern day and age, bro, you would see it like a modern fighting giant. It would be up there with like Smash and stuff. It would be way bigger than like Multiverses and everything. Battle Stadium Dawn was very ahead of its time. It's going in great. I don't think I have enough experience to put it above Grand Adventure because I only played it like twice. Great game. Very unique skill sets and everything. Here's the hard part about the storms. I'm gonna put all of them next to each other. Let's just do every storm. Let's just blow our whole storm load. We have storm 1, 2, 3, 4, and revolution. The thing is, a lot of the details about the storms have blended together for me after a while, but I remember certain things about each one that I liked and didn't like. Storm 1, for some reason, out of every storm game, had the best free roam. You got to go around the village and do like tasks and stuff. You got to play hide and seek with Konohamaru. You got to like do these skill shots through the air. It was so fun. Storm 1 is great. Storm 2 and 3, a lot molded together. Was Storm 3? Oh wait, no, I forgot. It's like the youngest child that you forget is there for a lot of reasons. My bad. There's connections too. Storm 2 out of the entire franchise is probably the weakest, but it's still not a bad game. Storm 3 full burst is great. I think I still liked 1 better, but then Storm 4, it's like they pulled everything together and they knew what they were doing. Storm 4 is going to be our first entry into peak anime gaming. Storm 4 is flawless gameplay, bro. It is so good. It's so clean. The ultimates are beautiful. It has Boruto in it. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I love Boruto. And then Storm Revolution was kind of an unnecessary game. I'm gonna put Storm 1 right here, actually. Storm Revolution, point the camera to Big Mom for the rest of the tier list. You guys, I hate you guys so much. Yeah, Storm Revolutions, in my opinion, was a bit unnecessary because I feel like it just took what all the other Storm games did and did it like with just a couple extra little bonus modes. I'm gonna just put it, it's not bad because it's still the Storm gameplay. I'm gonna put it probably like here in between Pirate Warriors and Dragon Ball Z Connect. I'm not leaving it on Big Mom. Chat, deal with it. It's my channel, not hers. She may be my baby mama, but I still run the house around here, all right? Oh man. I didn't want to even talk about this one. Storm Connections. What do I say about Storm Connections? It has an original story. It has worse cutscenes than the game that came before it. I think Storm Connections is even more unnecessary than Revolution. Like Revolution, at least they made this unique arena mode and stuff. Bro, Storm Connections, I dropped $70 on that bad boy. It is a virus. Storm Connections was an absolute travesty, an absolute disaster, an absolute letdown. Really sad to see what happened there. The thing is, it's not a bad game, but the thing is they launched it at $70 and it is inherently a DLC game. It's basically DLC. That's the sad part. It's literally Storm 4, but not even as good. And it's $70, man. Yeah, don't even get me started on history mode because it's all PowerPoints. Don't even get me started there. My Hero One's Justice 2. I actually played both One's Justice games, but I'm just doing 2 because I barely even remember the first. I think the problem I had with One's Justice is the same one I have with Cursed Clash. I'm gonna put them right next to each other. The combat in the game is very floaty. I think One's Justice looks a lot better than Cursed Clash, which is crazy because it's older. The combat is very floaty, and in anime arena games, that is my least favorite type of game, is whenever it's floaty like that. Like you can have floats and stuff like in Storm, you can hit someone in the air and do like a combo, but this game, it literally feels like gravity is turned down a little bit, like you're fighting on the moon. I really like the art style and the direction of One's Justice, but the fighting style plus the fact that they did the story mode, it's gonna go in the top of not good for me. Cursed Clash. I think Cursed Clash, like I said, I already pointed out my problem with One's Justice and what I didn't like. Cursed Clash is like if they took One's Justice and spent less time on it. I really wanted this game to be good, but I played through the entire story mode. I did a video reviewing the whole story mode and reviewing the game. I did the entire story mode, didn't like it. I just don't like the way it plays. I really don't. Cursed Clash, it's not as bad as Connections and One Punch Man, but it is going at the top of virus. I couldn't, I thought it was really bad. Dragon Ball Fusion World. This is a new card game that came out. I'm sure most of you haven't played it because it is new, and I know a lot of you aren't into card games. Fusion World is really fun so far. I think it's a lot better than what they call Masters now, which was the previous Dragon Ball card game. I'm gonna put Fusion World, for now there's only 2 sets out. I'm gonna put it at the top of okay for now. I think it could be a really fun card game after a while, but they really need to expand and it needs more time to cook. Dragon Ball Fighters. Side scrolling, probably. And this is, I'm gonna glaze for a second. This is probably the most polished, not even anime, but game I have ever seen. The animations, the art style, I don't think I came across a single bug ever. And it's just like everything about it feels precise down to the last detail. Dragon Ball Fighters is going to be our second entry in peak anime gaming. I have more time played on Storm 4. So Storm 4 is above it by this much. They are also very different games because one is an arena fighter, the other is not. But Fighters is in the Hall of Fame of anime games. Fight me in Xenoverse 2 right now. Yeah, we'll see, Diddy. We'll see, pal. Just don't mention the story mode. See, that's the thing about Fighters. The game is so good, you don't even have to worry about the story mode. It's like kind of like some of the Call of Duties. Some of the Call of Duties, like Black Ops 3 was so good, but it had the worst story mode of all time. But it doesn't even matter because the gameplay of the multiplayer and the zombies was so good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you guys pick the next one I do. The next one I rank. Kakarot. All right, Kakarot was the first message. We'll do Kakarot first. I would not be where I am today without Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So I'm already a little bit biased towards Kakarot. I would have never gotten into Dragon Ball. Maybe I would have, but it would have been way later. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is also a very polished game. The animations for cutscenes, really good. You can tell a stupid amount of time went into Kakarot. It is one of the few anime games that tells the story, but does it in a fun way. Not to mention the free roam. I will give points to any anime game that adds genuine free roam, free travel. It is so appreciated. That's why Storm 1 is so high up. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, to me, is in peak anime gaming. It doesn't have the replayability in the multiplayer of Fighters in Storm 4, but as a standalone story mode game, it might be the best story mode game for anime that I played. Again, you have to remember, I learned Dragon Ball through Kakarot, so it's a certain bias. It actually is. I'll admit that. So yeah, that's where we're at. Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the soon-to-be little brother or older brother of Sparking Zero. I have not played a ton of Tenkaichi 3. I've probably put in like 15 to 20 hours on it, but I can already see why it's regarded so highly. And I don't think I even have the technical fighting knowledge to explain why it's a good fighting game. Whenever you play Budokai Tenkaichi 3, you have to play it. You have to play it. You have to play it to understand how good it feels as a fighting game. Tenkaichi 3, the graphics put it lower. Here's the thing. I feel like a lot of people would change this rating based on when they played it, because if you played this in your childhood and you had your hands on it when you didn't know any better with graphics and all of that, you would like it a certain way. Chat, does it go in peak? I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. Okay, I can literally describe to you instantly my problem with Hinokami Chronicles. I liked the gameplay. I think Hinokami Chronicles is a good fighting game, a very solid fighting game. The biggest problem this game had on launch was the roster. Bro, can somebody, hang on, I'm gonna pull it up. This pisses me off every time I think about it. Chat, this was the launch roster for Hinokami Chronicles. This is 18 characters, which is very little for a fighting game. I want you to notice something right now. There are 1, 2, 3 Tanjiros, so that's 3 dupes. So let's get rid of these 2. Let's get rid of all dupe characters. And then Inosuke, there's 1 second Inosuke here. Shinobu, second Shinobu here. Giyu, second Giyu here. Zenitsu, second Zenitsu here. Nezuko, second Nezuko here. So without duplicates, there were 11 starting on the roster of Hinokami Chronicles. 11, man. That is so pitiful. I said this whenever the game was coming out too. I was like, why would they not wait a little bit longer? Wait a little bit longer for the anime to get further, and then you include all the Hashiras. But they wanted to launch a Demon Slayer game so bad that they launched a game with the equivalent of 11 fighters. And it also, yeah, someone brought this up. They did not launch in 30 they launched in 30 FPS, not 60 FPS. You can't launch a game in the year that they did in 30 FPS with a 30 FPS lock. That's pitiful. So a lot of my reasoning for the Hinokami Chronicles ranking is based off of my launch experience, and I was very unhappy with it. Let's see the roster now. Hinokami Chronicles roster. How many more characters have they added? Anybody know? Is this the roster? Is this the current roster? Okay. So they have demons. They added another Zenitsu, another Tanjiro, another Inosuke. Oh my gosh, man. Another Nezuko? Dog, stop adding dupes. You're not Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball does it because there's 1,000 characters. They're allowed to. That's, yeah, I can't stand that. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. This, I think, might be the take in the video that might be the most unpopular. In my opinion, chat, in my opinion, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is the best anime game ever made. It is my #1 anime game. The customization, the number of skills, the amount of things to do, the free roam little hub with all the places you can visit, and the fact that it launched 8 years ago and is still getting support to this day adds on to my point. I genuinely, if every anime made a game like Xenoverse 2, I would be the happiest person in the world. I think it's the most enjoyment I have gotten out of any anime game. Now, is it as polished in terms of the fighting as Storm 4 and Fighters? No. But is it my favorite to play? Yes, 1,000,000,000%. I don't think I've played something as good as Xenoverse 2. It just did everything right. I would say the weakest part about Xenoverse 2 is the story at a lot of points, because the story is very convoluted and gets very mixed up very quickly. But aside from that, bruh, oh my gosh, man. Makes me wet thinking about Xenoverse. Full Metal Alchemist 2 Curse of the Crimson Elixir. I made one video on this game. I played this one time. I'm not gonna lie, for its time, it probably would have been a good time. There's really not much to it. Kind of just tells the story of Full Metal. The gameplay's decent at best, but I wouldn't say it's not good. I would put it down here in okay. Probably above Dragon Ball Z for the Kinect. Probably above Storm Revolution too. I'd put it right there. Now for another really, really old anime game that isn't quite the same, Hunter x Hunter Wonder Adventure. I think Wonder Adventure only launched on the PSP. I'm pretty sure it was a PSP exclusive game. Another game I have made one video on. And if you watched that video, you would know the graphics are in that game. It's not a virus. It was a goofy, fun time, but I would put it below at the bottom of not good. It was pretty rough. Shinobi Story. I wanted to include this. Shinobi Story is a fan-made game. It is a fan-made MMORPG run by very hardcore Naruto fans, and they made their take on the Naruto world as an MMORPG. I've made 2 videos on this game. Very cool. You can tell it's a passion project. I think it's tough for me to rate MMORPGs because you need to grind them out to really enjoy them, and I think it's still a work in progress, but I really like what they've done, and I think a lot more people would enjoy it than know about it. So I'm putting it at the bottom of great. It is actually a really fun time, and like I said, a big passion project. Put Storm Connections in okay. Why? What did Storm Connections do? I'll put Storm Connections in okay if you can name 3 things that it did better than other Storm games. Since it is the most recent, it should have done things better, right? If you can name 3 things that it did better than Storm 1, 2, 3, and 4, I will put it in okay. I'll put it in peak. I will. Bigger roster is not always better. It is with the case of Demon Slayer, but Storm 4 already had virtually every Naruto character. Attack on Titan 2. Attack on Titan 2 was another very surprisingly popular series on the channel. And the game has its flaws. I think the biggest flaw to Attack on Titan 2 is the repetition in gameplay. It's literally go here, swing on Titans, kill them, leave. I would have liked more boss battles, more like quick time events and stuff. There's not really many big cutscenes or anything, but for an anime game, I feel like if you're a fan of Attack on Titan, this is a very solid game. I'm gonna put Attack on Titan 2 right above Storm 1 in great. It is a great anime game. It's not peak. Like I said, there's a lot that could be done better, but it is great. Jump Force. Let's go, dude. Just started Jump Force. 2 videos on the channel already. Jump Force, I was told, was the bottom of the barrel. I was told it was a virus before I started by a lot of people. So many people talked about Jump Force like it made them projectile vomit on launch. Me personally, I've been enjoying it. The animations are really fun. I could see how it didn't work as a multiplayer fighting game. I could see how it was unbalanced and didn't work on like that side of things, but the animations and everything, really solid. Weakest is probably the story so far. The story's absolute baloney. You literally go here, save person comes back to HQ. Go here, save person comes back to HQ. And then I just stare at Boa Hancock. That's probably the best part of the story. I'm gonna be honest. I think Jump Force is a great game. It's definitely not peak anime gaming, but I'm gonna put it halfway up great. I think if the story was better and it had been balanced, I think a lot more people would have liked it. I do. Load time on story mode was too long at launch. You have to also think, I'm experiencing this stuff at different times. Some stuff I experienced on launch, some stuff I didn't. You know what I mean? So some stuff some people were nostalgic for. Some are not. Dragon Ball Breakers, bro. Man, I really wanted to like Breakers. Man, if you know, chat, if you know me, I have 806 hours on Dead by Daylight. So whenever a Dragon Ball game built similarly to Dead by Daylight was announced, bro, I was geeking. I was so excited. I was so hyped, man. Unfortunately, the execution of Breakers is just not there. I didn't think it was balanced. The price tag was way too high for what it was, and it just didn't play very well. I just didn't have that much fun on it. It's getting long-term support, and they added crossplay, which is a bonus. I'm wavering between okay and not good, and I'm looking at okay, and I think it's better than some of the games in okay based on this tier list. I would put it right in the middle of okay. I put it above the Full Metal Alchemist game for sure. So you hate Dragon Ball? Ah! Okay, I'm just not gonna listen to you guys. My Hero Ultra Rumble. Chat, I'm not even joking with you. I'm not even kidding. This would be in peak anime gaming if the microtransactions in this game were different. If the developers were not so focused on getting that sweet, sweet cash money. Actually, I probably can't blame the developers. It's probably the higher ups. It's probably the publishers. If they weren't so focused on getting that bread, MHA Ultra Rumble would be peak anime gaming. It is such a fun battle royale. It's relatively balanced. The abilities are fun. It plays really well, but it has probably the worst microtransactions in the history of gaming. Guys, I've talked about this on stream before. When you enter a competitive game, all right, you have rank points, okay? Apex Legends has this system. So let's say you have 800 rank, okay? And you're trying to climb. To enter a competitive game, you spend like 20 ranked points. Now you're down to 780. It costs 20 to get in, but then over the course of that game, you earn them back from kills and stuff. So let's say you go into the game, you get 10 kills and you win. You earn like 50 rank points. So now you're at 830, but you're risking rank points to go into the ranked game. Guys, Ultra Rumble, the more gacha characters you have, let's say these are gacha characters that you've spent money to spend, the more that you have, the less it costs to enter a ranked game. So Billy over here, who spent $100 on the game, it costs less rank for him to get into a game. It costs like 10 rank points to get into a game. While Johnny, who's broke and has no money and can't spend anything, it costs like 30 for him to get into a ranked game. Dude, do you know how shameless that is? Don't even get me started on the trial tickets. Trial tickets are an entire other story that makes me even sadder. Do you know how pathetic that is? Not to mention, chat, why are you siding with them? Not to mention how hard it is to even get characters. It's gonna make me more mad if I keep talking about Ultra Rumble. Ultra Rumble is a great anime game. The only thing keeping it from peak is the microtransaction system. One Punch Man World is another one where I haven't put enough time in, but it has taken One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, and far exceeded those expectations. It is technically a mobile gacha. You can play it on the PC. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a well-made game. It's got a cool world, got a ton of story, really fun combat. I would probably put it in great. Probably above Storm 3. I think One Punch Man World is really solid. Okay. I should not even have included Persona 5 Royal because I never finished it. I put in 70 hours. That's a lot of time still. I played 70 hours of the campaign of Persona 5 Royal. I don't know why I stopped playing it. I genuinely couldn't tell you why I stopped. I probably got depressed or something and then just forgot about it. Persona 5 Royal is really fun. I think the story is a little convoluted and some of the dialogue can be bland since it is insanely long. It's hard for everything to be like hitting. I don't think I can put it into peak solely because I haven't finished it. I never finished it, but I will put it at the top of great. I think if I ever finished it, it might be peak, but I never did. Because you hated it. Chat, how would I have hated it if I put 70 hours into it? Shinobi Strikers. Naruto Shinobi Strikers is one of those games where it's almost there, bro. It was almost there. They were almost right there with it. They almost popped their bussies with this game, but they just missed the mark. Barely. Just barely, man. I'll move myself. I can't even chat. What's the problem with Shinobi Strikers? I think it's the gameplay. I think it's floaty. Similar to the JJK game, I hate the floatiness. The floatiness of the combat. You get stun locked in the air while Sasuke like Rasengans your bussy for like 10 seconds straight, and you just have to take it. I know Sasuke doesn't do the Rasengan. It's not the point. Shinobi Strikers. I'm gonna move Storm 3 stays. I think Shinobi Strikers is at the top of okay. No, it's going into great. It is a great anime game. It's just missing something. I'm gonna put it like at the bottom of great. It's not just okay. It's a great game. Okay, I wanted to include Master Duel. How much time do I have on Master Duel? Okay, I have 5.5 hours on Master Duel, so take this with a grain of salt. I hated my 5.5 hours on Master Duel so much. Dude, I love Hearthstone. I love the Dragon Ball card game. I loved Magic back in the day. I love card games. Love card games. The 5.5 hours I have logged on Master Duel, I couldn't stand my time. Bro, I would be like, all right, I'm gonna play my snake. All right, your turn. And then the opponent would proceed to spend 10 hours playing their entire deck in one turn, bending me over and making sure I felt every inch of them. It was a horrible. Master Duels and Virus. I'll put it at the top of Virus. Sure. Sure. I don't care. Another skill issue. Yeah, I don't care if you say skill issue for that one. That one, I'll give it to you. It is a skill issue. Hated my time on it. Naruto Rise of a Ninja was really good. I think I made 2 videos on this game. It's one of those anime games that left the formula that others did and did some cool new stuff. The free roam was fun. The fighting was like side scrolling. So for a Naruto game, it was different. It's really fun. I would say it's great. I wouldn't put it above Storm 1, but I would put it halfway through the great. Only have 4 left and 3 are Dragon Ball games. Let's just get Fortnite out of the way. Why did you guys have me include Fortnite? Why is this here? I don't know, bro. Fortnite was fun back in the day. The Dragon Ball collab was cool. The Kamehameha was cool. I'll put it in okay. If they do a One Piece collab, I'll put it in peak anime gaming. Just do a One Piece collab. What are you waiting for? Fortnite developers, please. It's what the people want, man. Prime Fortnite was peak gaming, but I'm basing this off of the anime collabs. Dragon Ball Legends. This is the only, I think, mobile game on here besides, no, because you can't play it on PC. Bleach Brave Souls, you can play on PC. I think this is the only mobile game on here, like strictly mobile game. This is what I'll say about Legends. You have to spend a lot of money to have fun. No, that's not true. I don't know if that's true. Legends, I will say I was very shocked by the quality of the gameplay for a mobile game. Did he get Golden Frieza? So why are we bringing this up? I was very shocked by the quality of the gameplay from Legends for a mobile game. The actual skill it takes to be good at that game, it is so frustrating to get good at that game. You don't have to spend money to have fun, but you definitely have more fun if you give them your money. Exactly. And that's why Legends for me is at the top of okay. I don't know if it's great. It's at the top of okay. I also haven't played it as much as I should. So I hope Diddy's not still here. He's probably gonna come into my house and harm me. All right, wait, this is so apropos. We have Tenkaichi 3 and Sparking Zero left. From how quickly Tenkaichi 3 grabbed me and I understood the draw to it, it will go in the bottom of peak. And Sparking Zero, chat, it's at the top. It's the best anime game of all time. the glazing is crazy. No, wait, no, I'm just being silly. I'm just being silly. Sparking Zero, where should I put it? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give it its own tier. The new GOAT. Watch this age really poorly and Sparking Zero just absolutely tanks. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Anyways, guys, this is my list of all the anime games I've ever played. I'm actually pretty happy with this list. I think a lot of the ones in the lower tiers are due to either A, a lack of playtime, or B, the game isn't polished. But yeah, I think we've got a solid spread here. I would say anything in okay and above I like. Like okay isn't a bad tier. I would say all of these games, I think Demon Slayer could go at the bottom of okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do Demon Slayer at the bottom of okay because the game plays really well. I was just really mad about the roster and the size of the roster. But there we have it, glazing at its peak. I'll show you glazing.